You watch it. You watch everything. You watch the full movie.
Watch it now, man. Watch it now.
Where did you feel about it?
Now, it right along the lines of my normal research, so it wasn't like completely shocking or not like that. I feel say like some things like them dramatize it, right? So I dramatize it, that's a word. But like very few things in it that make it seem like say oh it's to a greater degree than it is.
What do you mean?
Like for example, despite me know like alright, there were scenes like where like them have some of the man them like them are embody the algorithm and them say, oh, we show him a post of this and that and then after this and that, this and that.
Yeah.
They will make it seem like say the AI can actually like read and rate it, but the thing is that like the AI them so intricately programmed that it would seem as if they might think for themselves.
Yeah, the AI is.
That's me.
I mean,
But the way
when
all them do it, it seems like say them a sentient being like in a the Matrix or in a Terminator.
well, I mean, I
Like, oh, the
guess
robots are coming.
I just feel like the entertainment aspect of the whole thing.
Overstand, overstand.
But you know, but I mean, the AI is in essence the algorithms when make up these what they put in the social media and stuff. I mean, they work in a similar way to how you did see it in the show where like if you if it's say you like a certain thing, for example, if it's say you like music a lot, it will show you more music. If you like animals a lot, it
Mm-hmm.
will show you more animals. And so uh, and as we know, there's a good and a bad to that, but most people don't even see the bad to that, and that's why I'm gonna tell you, say, I want to tell everybody, I tell most people nowadays, say, go watch the social dilemma. So what else? What else did you think about it? Like in terms of like how them I say it change how some people think. That never did scare you a little bit. Kind it scared me, like the way that never scare you. Like
Because I from like within a high school, we realized like this social media thing, like it change human behavior by manipulating like the quote unquote vulnerabilities in psychology, right? In
hmm
human psychology. So
hmm
I tell people like 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 2013 so when time social media like really start like seep in a Jamaica, right? Because so we always have like SMS texts and
Yeah.
some people dig up on MySpace and some sites like AOL and High Five and them thing. Them they are back in at the day,
Yeah. I
right?
never
So we did
really.
always have that, right?
Yeah.
But when the Facebook and the Twitter and the Instagram and the Snapchat start CP, no, yes, everybody start change because these um these companies specifically design them for basically influence human behavior to their own gain, right?
Mm.
And it's like I always find it weird, like when a catastrophe happen, people always like want to just like put their phone on video
Uh,
first than actually go try to go help or
I mean,
alert the authorities or something.
not even just one catastrophe. It can be anything we have them in so look on like concerts or doing something there. Back in the day, you when sometimes when you watch like Michael Jackson Michael Jackson concert and people just have faint and
No,
people just
as
like
that
cry.
pediment say, you see, girl, them
People just
just
like,
drop down.
and nowadays people too busy I record what happened on stage for even
Yeah,
like
for
catch
basically, I
the
show
video.
the world, say, oh, I'm here, I'm enjoying this, and you're
Yeah,
not. Oh my
yeah,
God.
just to come back on social media if you can for show off and say, oh yeah, as I said, I
Yeah, I
was
was there, nigga.
yeah,
Come on.
yeah. So I mean, when when me did say when me did watch a movie like because the first thing related to like social media me watch was The Great Hack, And then the
Really?
you did watch that?
Me see clips from it because me they want to be like a computer programmer or acquire some skills in that realm. Some watch like Silicon Valley Pirates,
Oh,
the Social Network, and couple of them there.
oh. All right. So because my major is electronics and computer science, so me actually me find some interest in it. So we watched the Great Hack maybe last year or 2 years ago. No, I think it was last year, and they then they pretty much like it was surrounded by it was around this company called Cambridge Analytica, where essentially they use data, they use your data in order to like market certain things towards you. But when we did just watch that, like we did really click to me the extent to how your data is being used. Because when they did that, when they did seen in that movie was basically like, oh, they used it here, and like one example they give was the Trinidad elections or something. We remember that one specifically, and once all they did use people data, and the algorithm is set up in a certain way, so it can influence you to go that way. So like, at that point, that's alright. This not really seem like it affect me. And then now me come and watch the social dilemma, and it's like you realize, oh, this does affect me, even when me not even realize it affect me. It does affect me, and you see after me watch the movie, certain things is just they just clear to me. Me I say, yo, say the way I go up on like Twitter, I just certain posts me say only certain post is either posts where me like or certain posts where it trigger me in a certain way, but me I go continue to read all the time. You see with you.
Well, me personally, like pan like Twitter and Instagram are basically the only thing I kind of use. I don't really too in a social media like that.
Mm.
Except YouTube. But
Oh,
like yeah, that's how the algorithm is designed because everything on these websites like it come under a specific tag, right? Even when you don't tag it yourself, like on YouTube videos and everything there,
yeah.
them have a specific tag, and people think that the AI like literally I look on where like and show you where like no,
Mm.
because the artificial intelligence have these tags basically for organize stuff by groups. So if I like certain things, it's gonna show you certain things will have that tag or that identification number or whatever.
Yeah. You see, I mean we are saying all these things, but we don't really say why it's like this or why it's dangerous. So,
Why it's dangerous?
so let me explain to whoever watch and really understand why they set up like this. So, alright, social media is quote unquote free, right? I'm say free because it's not really free. Somebody actually what like look on like Facebook. Facebook can make billions of dollars, but yet we not spend a dime. And so me don't really know if people me don't really know if you click to people if you say how they make their money, how these big social media sites make their money is through advertisers. So when you go on like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all them something there, and yeah, scroll. Sometimes when you see advertisements pop up, sometimes they might not relate to you, sometimes they might relate to you, and sometimes they might really relate to you. So advertisers pay big money so that social media sites can show you their ads. And social media is set up in a way that they want you to spend as much time on their product as possible. So
Retention time.
yeah, exactly. So if me no say you like to watch videos of puppies, right? You always come and watch videos of puppies. Then they're gonna show you more every time they come on. your recommendations, and then something I'm gonna show you videos of puppies because more if you spend as much time as possible online. And that in itself is not inherently dangerous. Like if I like maybe 10 years ago when we just had to develop social media and we say alright, the algorithm I gonna show them whatever they like and stuff, like it wouldn't click to you at that point, say, say this might reach a level where it get out of hand. But
But to the average person, it not go click.
it now will click.
Yeah.
But the reason why such a thing is dangerous now is because the way how misinformation is spread is through that same algorithm. It's through the same through the same algorithm misinformation is now spread. So if you say I'm going to use the elections, this are COVID, right? If you go
Can
online,
use Trump.
and we can't use any controversial thing right now in the world. So if you go online and you say something, say you hate Trump, right? You hate Trump like dog, and maybe maybe Trump is not all that bad, but you hate Trump like dog, right? So every time you go on social media, you go always say things where I reiterate your beliefs because are either things where I trigger you off. So you might see one post where you see Trump or do something you don't like, or you might see things where you see Trump, you see people that hate on Trump as well, right? These things are there so that you can spend as much time as possible, regardless of whether it's misinformation or not. So just like how you did have the coronavirus misinformation around, that's how misinformation is spread because the algorithm spreads it. I remember the algorithm don't know what's true from what's not true. You just know data and you just know information and you just know where you want to see, right? So that's how it come in now and it start to spread. Shit, just spent a long time I talk about also shit, man. But yeah, essentially that's why it is like that, and that's why in a sense it is dangerous. But as you say,